Hey guys, Niffler here and welcome to my 5-minute guide series showcasing some of the most effective builds in Path of Exile Ascendancy. Today with the Earthquake Champion, my current level 90 duelist on Pirando's Hardcore. First, I just wanted to update my old permastun ground slammer, but after testing out Earthquake once, I never used any other skill till level 90, and that's mainly because of how broken the AoE damage output of this skill is currently. So let's take a closer look at Earthquake. We got a decent base damage to start off, but what really defines that skill is the Aftershock, which gains a 79% more damage multiplier just from the skill itself. And as there is a delay between your initial hit and the actual Earthquake, so-called Aftershock, the less duration support gem can be linked for yet another 29% damage multiplier. In combination with the high base damage of two-handed weapons, this results in a retarded DPS output for no investment into the passive tree or gear cost wise. As a hardcore character designed to get me my eternal achievement with reaching level 90, the class choice was pretty obvious. The champion with its permanent fortifier wins as the single best defensive class out there. You spec into 4 Ascendancy nodes to get Fortitude, and from there on take 24% less physical damage and elemental damage from all hits. Pretty uncreative, but therefore very effective. With the ridiculous damage from our main skill and overpowered defenses from our class choice, it's time to ruffle stomp through Rayclast. Our main skill Earthquake is linked with less duration, melee physical damage, increased area of effect, physical to lightning and weapon elemental damage. We got the standard offensive physical aura setup with Hatred and Herald of Ash, and also running Blood Rage for bonus attack speed, leech and frenzy charge generation, linked with increased duration. For movement I'm using Leap Slam, faster attacks, endurance charge on melee stun and Blood Magic. Linking Blood Magic is the safer option here to ensure always leaping no matter how much mana one got left. The rest of your sockets can be filled up with a cast when damage taken setup and curses of your choice. And don't forget your best friend in hardcore, the good old decoy totem. Now let's get into the passive tree. At the duelist starting area we pick up the usual suspects, Master of the Arena, Bravery and Art of the Gladiator. Leaving through the two-handed damage, we skill the Leech nodes over here for free mana and HP sustain. The next cluster worth mentioning is Rampart. As we're always fortified, this grants us an additional 3% less damage taken. So these are pretty GG nodes. I mean, it's the equivalent of the old flat maximum resist nodes plus impenetrable fizz mitigation. As we are playing hardcore melee, my all-time favorite Unwavering Stance, stun immunity for the win. And next up we enter the Marauder starting area for all effective life, armor and damage nodes. Pick up the Mace cluster on the way, up to the Templar start for some nice AoE and even more life. Last on my list, good old Cyan Life Wheel, you know life is life, and I really just spec'd as much damage as I needed to one-shot all monster packs on my way, and the rest was simply invested into an even bigger life pool. Our 6 Ascendancy points are spent on Unstoppable Hero, Fortitude and Inspirational, as I value the 10% increased movement speed over the additional damage First to Strike Last Fall would provide us. For Bandits, help Oak on normal for additional life. On Cruel you can get Oak for a DPS boost or Kill All for the passive point. And Merciless you got the choice between the damage from Kraton's Frenzy Charge and the additional defense from Oak's Endurance Charge. Now let's get into the gear section of this guide. There is only one unique I would really recommend you to use, and that's, surprise surprise, Maroi Earthquale unique Karui Maul. That's the best in slot from level 57 on, and it's really hard to find a rare weapon to upgrade this one, and in my opinion it's not even worth trying. As Earthquake scales poorly from attack speed, but rather well from single high damage hits that release a devastating aftershock, Earthquale is perfect for that. High base damage, therefore slow as fuck. The next bonus is the free linked level 15 increased area of effect. Really nice, so you just need a 4 link in order to run a 5 link setup. And the best thing about this is that you don't need the required intelligence for increased area of effect, as my duelist is dumb as a bucket of shrimps. So we got a dirt cheap weapon, which is best in slot with only 4 links required, once again 100% legit. For the rest of the gear, focus on the standard life, armor and cap out your resistances. To be overcapped safe versus elemental weakness, you need 169% resistances in the hideout. And for super pussy playstyle, to be safe even versus bosses with penetration, try to get 208%. But that's definitely not mandatory. It's just a nice goal for a character that is so easy to gear up. Same goes for chaos resistance. On your jewelry, try to get some flat physical damage as well as weapon elemental damage. But wet is more expensive and not really required. Some optional nice to have helm enchantments would be Earthquake Radius, or the best in slot DPS enchant, Reduced Duration. But that's just completely overpriced due to the popularity of Earthquake builds these days. So don't be sad if you cannot get your hands on this one. Lastly, we got a few unique options for our body armor. When you got the budget, you can try to replace your rare chest with the Belly of the Beast for simply more life, or the luxury edition for all two-hander builds out there, Chaos Heart Beefy plus 500 life. But don't worry, I only got the Chaos with level 89, so basically I leveled without it all the relevant time. For the end of this guide, I want to give you my top 10 tips about surviving Rayclast till level 90, as I created this character as my first and only one in Hardcore Pirandas and leveled straight to 90 without any issues. First, clear everything and then check for Kadiro. The order is important. Second, don't leap slam into Pirandos packs. Third, upgrade your flasks while you progress and get at least a remove bleeding and frozen flask as soon as possible. Fourth, if you encounter porcupines, just leave the map and open a new one. Fifth, use your decoy totem, it works wonders against plenty otherwise scary bosses. Sixth, when you encounter a rare mob with a nemesis mod, always check for storm, ice or flame blood. Seventh, don't play reflect maps, even if you can sustain them somehow, it's never worth the risk. Eighth, if you're tired or frustrated, try not to lock onto your hardcore character. Ninth, don't open strong boxes with Detonate Dead. Just don't. And last but not least, cap out your resistances and upgrade your gear constantly while progressing. It's not worth saving orbs on your equipment when you rip your whole character. That's it from my side. Stay safe and thanks for watching. For more Path of Exile content, feel free to subscribe to my channel. I will upload more guides on builds, tools and trading in the future. Hope you guys enjoyed and hope to see you next time.